Hey everybody, this is Renee Millman at reneemillman.com. Today's Go Within topic is so juicy and is so full of stuff. I can't wait. The topic is letting go of control in the art of surrender. Now, just those words, loss of control or letting go of control and surrender, what feelings does that bring up in you? So let's get right into it. First of all, let's talk a little bit about the ego, all right? We all have an ego. You couldn't exist without your ego. It is your identity. But I'm going to talk about the part of ego that keeps us from growing and that keeps us from looking within ourselves. Ego is the part of you that refuses to look within because it might crack the ego a little bit and might break it up. Ego is what keeps us from being humble. Ego is what makes us feel like I have to maintain this face that I'm all cool and all right because I don't want anyone to see that I'm a bad person underneath, and I have to maintain this good appearance. And it's not that you're a bad person underneath, but the ego doesn't want us to look within. The ego tells us you're always in control, you're always in charge, and you can control everything and everyone, but you can't. To eliminate ego, or to reduce ego, is to be humble and is to be open. It's to be vulnerable and able to receive. To put the ego aside is to be teachable, open, and learning. How often do we like all this stuff? So for many of us, that's a very difficult place to access, and it takes practice. And that's why I say it's an art, because it takes daily work, daily effort, and daily practice to keep the ego in check. I've had a number of things in my life, and especially recently, that have kind of hit me upside the head that I've realized I want something to go well. I want something to go in a certain way, and it's not going that way. So I try harder, and I try harder and harder, and it's just not happening. Until finally I had to get to a point where I said, okay, I give up. I have tried my hardest. I am gonna take a step back. Now, what does that mean exactly? Does that mean that I quit and I just realize I'm not going to get the things that I'm trying to get in my life? No, it doesn't mean that. What it does mean is that I release my grip of trying so hard and feeling like I have to have it work this way so that I can just allow things to happen however they're going to happen. It's another way of saying I'm releasing my attachment to the outcome that I want to have happen. Not an easy thing. And it took me a lot of pain and a lot of tears to get to that point where I finally said, okay, go ahead. Whatever happens will happen. Which is always what was going to happen anyway. The ego wants us to think that we can control other people or situations, and we can't. Here's what you can control. You. That's it. Can you control your thoughts? Nope. Thoughts will come up and they're gonna, your mind will crank out tons and tons of thoughts. What you can control is what you do with those thoughts. Can you control what you feel? No. You can control what you do with those feelings. This is an art, it's a practice. So learn to let go. If you're going through a difficult situation, you're striving and reaching, yes, keep going, keep trying, keep reaching. But there's only so much that's within your power. And realizing that puts everything into perspective. Realizing that keeps you open for whatever may come, because whatever is going to come your way is probably the best thing for you, disguised perhaps as hardship or disguised as a different path you may not have considered. Remember, whatever is coming to you is always for your growth, and growth is never easy. But that's why we need a community and a guide and a friend along the way, and I am here to do just that for you, okay? I'm going through my own hard stuff too, so I'm here with you. Okay, I hope that helps you along the way, and if you have any questions or comments, or if there's any way I can be of help, please leave me a comment below this video. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you will like, share, and subscribe. Thanks so much. I'll see you next week.